Well, they're certainly picking up, Matt. Are we shipping them out now?
Hardly. I'm not letting them go yet.
Well, Tate's foreman's not going to be best pleased.
You'll have to wait till I say they can go.
Don't want to make an enemy of Tate, though. He's got a lot of clout around here, you know.
Oh? How come you know so much about them?
Well, I only know of them. I've seen the old man at a function or two. Usually at the top table, and all.
What's he like? I'd like a word with him.
Ooh, self-made man, plenty of brass. Not one to cross, they reckon.
Well, I don't care who he is. I'm not letting these go till I say they're ready.
Fair enough.
Morning.
Morning.
This is the Skilbeck place, I take it?
Oh, partly, yeah. What can I do for you?
He's got some animals of mine. For you, Mrs. Skilbeck?
No.
Thought it was unlikely. Is he about?
Yeah, he's up in sheep shelter up there.
Thanks.
Bye.
David, better get a move on. He's moving in today, damn him.
Who is?
The new owner of this stately dump, whoever he is.
You mean you still don't know?
No, David, I'm afraid not. Supposed to move in by Christmas. Now suddenly it's today.
So all your junk's got to be shifted again.
Junk! Hey, this is good quality stuff, this.
It's a pity you buy for it fell through then, isn't it?
Yes, well. Come on, there's a barn not far away. The van's parked up outside.
How does this affect the job you offered me?
Ah, well, the offer still stands, of course.
Civvy Street.
Well, I'm sorry if the chill wind of reality is blowing at your heels, David. Still, you'll be all right with me.
Oh, yeah? Well, if I've got to move all this again, I'd like to know what the hourly rate is.
I'll see you all right. Trust me. Now, come on, will you? Come on.
I can't see much wrong with them, Mr. Skilbeck. Seen a lot worse.
Yeah, I bet you have, mate.
I'd say they're fit to travel. My truck's down below.
The vet says 10 days rehabilitation at least.
Well, I'm afraid they're booked onto another ferry tonight. So if you just give us a hand...
They need another couple of days.
Look, is this necessary? Let's say 50 quid and a tenner for your trouble.
I didn't do it for the money. Any road. Frank Tate'll pay me, I reckon.
Been in touch with him?
No, I haven't.
Mr. Skilbeck, my money's the same as his. I'm sure we can sort this out without bothering him.
Yes, I dare say. But I want to see the boss. And if I don't get satisfaction from him, I'll call in the RSPCA. Where did they come from?
What's that matter?
Perhaps the previous owner would like to know what you've done to them.
You know better than that. As far as he's concerned, they're dead meat now.
I don't see it that way.
Oh, come on, Mr. Skilbeck. We're both in the meat business.
Yes, and they should be treated decently until the last minute.
Sure. Sure, this was an unlucky load, that's all. Sick driver, delays, it happens.
Yes, we know.
You'll gain nothing by kicking up a stink, Mr. Skilbeck. I want these sheep.
When I say so.
They belong to me. You can't keep them much longer.
The vet reckons I can keep them until they're fit to travel.
Just have to see what the police say about it, I reckon.
You do that.
I'll be back, Mr. Skilbeck.
There you go, a bit more milk. There you go.
Hey, why didn't you wake me at 9:30?
I thought you'd like a lie-in.
Well, yeah, but I'm not used to it. I'm a farmer, you know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Hey, and I should be contributing to the housekeeping. You shouldn't be buying this stuff for us.
Oh, don't be daft.
I'll pay you back when I get sorted out.
Oh, it's all right, Jack. I don't mind. Anyway, you'll be back at the ranch soon, won't you?
Is that what people are saying? Don't they like to put you back in your slot?
Well, don't you want to go back to the farm?
I don't know. Can't exactly see Joe begging me to come back. I've got to do something, haven't I? Earn some money somehow. You know, trainee hairdresser.
Yeah, that's right up your street.
I wouldn't mind a change, though.
Well, I've got farming to do, even if you haven't.
Farming, with books under your arm.
Yeah, library van's in the village today. These are weeks overdue.
I'm a bit late myself, aren't I? Kathy, you couldn't babysit tonight, could you? I think I'll book a table at the Feathers. If they'll take me rubber checks, that is.
Great, that means Sarah let you off my fine.
Well, just you hope they've got a table.
OK, bye.
See you later.
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
How's the lodger? Behaving himself, I hope?
Oh, you know, Jack. It's nice to have Robert around.
Yes, of course.
I'm looking forward to babysitting tonight. Hope you have a good time.
Sorry?
Oh, forget I said that.
What do you mean, Kathy?
No, it's nothing,
Kathy?
Oh, Jack's booked a table at the Feathers.
Oh, he must be taking someone else. I haven't had a word.
That's just it. I've spoilt his surprise.
He should have asked me first.
Me and my big mouth. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Jack's the one who should be sorry. I haven't had so much as a phone call since he's been back. I've heard of complacency, but this is ridiculous.
Not as easy as it looks, is it, son? Apprentice beautician, office junior. Doesn't anyone get a job in this country over 16? I think you stand a better chance than I do.
My only concern is for the animals, Mr. Tate. I'm not worried about money or anything like that.
Mr. Skilbeck, there's a policeman outside who'd like a word with you.
Yes, all right then. He's just walked in here now, as a matter of fact. Right. It's your boss. He'd like a word with you. Well, he's waiting.
Yes. But you don't understand. But this guy just took... Yeah. I will, yeah. You can keep the animals for another week. What is this, farming or charity work?
Hello, stranger. Read any good books lately?
Hello, Sarah.
Is that all you've got to say to me, Jack?
I'm sorry I haven't been in touch.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Well, I've had a lot on my mind. And I have been thinking about you.
Pity we're not telepathic, isn't it?
Anyway, if you're not too busy tonight...
Don't tell me. You've booked a table at the Feathers.
Good God. You are telepathic.
Thing is, who's it for, Jack?
Come on, Sarah.
Well, look at the time, Jack. I don't suppose it occurred to you that I might be doing something tonight.
Are you?
Well, no, but...
Well, what's the problem then?
Well, there isn't a problem. But I might have been seeing Jerry tonight.
But you're not.
Well, no, as it happens.
8 o'clock at the Feathers, then?
Well, you might have asked me before you booked the table.
Well, I was lucky to get one at such short notice.
You were luckier to get me at such short notice.
I wanted to surprise you.
Well, it's a good thing I like surprises then, isn't it?
Yeah. And here's another one for you. Do you mind paying for the meal? It's just that I'm flat broke at the moment.
Terrific. You must be joking.
Sarah?
And Joe's still fretting about Jack?
Well, it doesn't have to be like that, Ma, does it? They are brothers, after all.
Well, you know those two. Sometimes I think Joe bringing Kate and the children to Emmerdale was part of it all.
What do you mean?
Well, I think he reckoned Jack would be back before long, and he was digging himself in against it. It's the farm, you see. They both want it all. Anyway, what I came up for was to ask what your plans were for Christmas, because we'd like you and Sam to come to the farm with us.
Oh, I'm not sure, Ma. I might manage Boxing Day. Well, I want Sam to have a family Christmas, of course, but I'd rather it happened here, you know.
Yes, I'm sorry, though. It'll be hard for Matt at Emmerdale on his own.
Well, he can come up here at some point.
Yes. Well, whatever you decide, love.
There is one decision I've made. I have decided we should get a divorce. It seems the only thing left to do. I've spoken to Matt about it, and he seems quite happy, I think.
Happy's not how I would describe him.
I'm sorry, Ma. It's just got to be done. It's the only way we'll start new lives apart from each other.
I have it from a very reliable source. It's Jeff Boycott.
Great Jeffrey is one of my regulars.
Well, it's either him or Freddie Truman, this bloke said. He's having a regulation pits laid on front lawn, you know, just to keep up to scratch.
Well, whoever it is he's moving in today. Well, don't you know yet? No, I don't. Oh, well, perhaps I ought to be there. You know, I ought to introduce myself, show him round. On Seth's bicycle, perhaps, eh? Oh, no, don't worry about that. I'm getting a vehicle this afternoon. No, I had to do something with Caroline Bates purloining the company car.
Mr. Turner?
Not just now, Seth.
It's about Mrs. Bates's job.
What, you found someone?
Well, I was thinking of Jock or Bill. They're desperate for work.
Well, they're desperately short of IQ. No, it's out of the question, Seth. Eric, I would be grateful if I could be the first to know when whoever it is does appear. Yes, sure. You'll be a close second, I promise. So, you've not filled in your beloved's vacancy yet, eh? Well, it's difficult to find someone as efficient as Caroline.
Or as cheap.
Cheaper, hopefully. Oh, what about that chap of yours, David Hughes? Now, hang on. No poaching now. No, it's a free market, Eric. Hughes is very useful to me right now. Useful? Eh? Oh, good. So he can take orders. I'm sure he'd jump at a regular job.
Talking about a job, Alan? Tell me more.
Well, surely you're not looking for work, eh?
Oh, we all have to earn a crust somehow.
Good heavens, man, you're a landowner. I hate to think of you being reduced to this.
Well, you can't spend land, Alan. So what's the salary for replacing Caroline Bates?
You're pulling my leg.
No, I need a job, Alan. Maybe not yours, eh?
Well, that wasn't an offer.
What's the latest, Henry? I need bringing up to date.
Oh, Jack Sugden's back. New owner is about to arrive at Home Farm. Speculation as to his identity is rife.
Folk are wondering who it is and all.
Is that for you, Jack? You're a youngster. Sometimes it's you or a lad, I'm afraid.
Even longer since I was very willing.
Of course, if you weren't too proud, I might have something for you.
Ripping off old ladies, bodging up bits of furniture.
They're all strictly kosher these days, Jack. I'm back in the market.
Someone doesn't know about you yet. They will in time.
Just trying to help. Suit yourself. Of course, it wouldn't be immediate. I've got a chap at the moment. If Alan does...
I wouldn't work for you if you were the last man on earth with an offer. You're like a man with an itch, aren't you? See a Sugden and you can't wait to drag him down. Well, not me, thanks.
Well, I'm not worried. You're doing it yourself, aren't you?
I don't know how serious he was, Joe. He's probably joking.
Yeah, that's the trouble with him. You never know when he's being serious. I mean, is he really considering getting a job in Oxford?
I don't know. That's where he said he was going.
He wouldn't last 5 minutes behind an office desk. He was brought up to do no but farming. What exactly did he say?
Hardly anything.
Oh, come on, Kathy, this is important.
He didn't think you'd miss him if he worked somewhere else.
Miss him?
Well, not exactly that.
Look, he only turns up here if he's either broke or his love life's in a mess. I just wish he was more reliable, Kathy. Look, I want this farm to work for all our sakes. So I want to know if Jack's for us or not.
Have you asked him what he wants to do?
Oh, he won't know. I'll get some daft answer that's more to do with philosophy than farming.
But you could ask him.
Yeah, all right. I'll take him out for a drink tonight.
Oh, he's going out with Sarah.
Well, I'll catch him at the Woolpack.
I don't think they're going to the Woolpack. Jack mentioned booking a table at the Feathers.
Well, he said he was broke. I'll catch him before he goes, then. I want to put him on the spot.
How was she then, Mark?
Very determined, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's inevitable. Dolly always likes everything wrapped up nice and neat.
I'm sorry, Matt. You go along with this divorce?
What else can I do?
It's all so easy nowadays. In my day, it would have been a disgrace. You'd have felt you were letting everybody down.
Still not easy, Ma. Mechanics might be simpler, but it still hurts like hell. Well, I suppose Frank Tate will be tearing that lad apart by now. Serves him right.
He didn't seem a bad sort. A bit young. A lot on his plate.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised if he gets his cards. There's regulations about carrying animals, Ma'am.
It's not just that, is it, Matt? You'll see in stock ill-treated every week of your life, one way or another. Don't take it out of the Tates.
Hello? Yes, hello. Well, yes, if you'd like to. What's it all about? Yes, I know where it is. All right, then. I'll see you then. Ah, that was Frank Tate. He wants to meet me this evening.
Hooligan, why don't you ask where you're going? Oh. Oh, it's you, Mr. Turner.
Yeah, sorry about that, Seth. Got a bit carried away.
Hey, this must have set you back a bob or two. Where did you get all money from?
It's a company vehicle, Armstrong. Besides, what have my finances got to do with you?
Well, if it's a company vehicle, that means I get to drive it, don't it?
No, it certainly doesn't. Now, you come away from there. I understand you're working late this evening.
Done and locked up, Mr. Turner. Just popping in for a quick before I had my tea.
All right, well, off you pop, then.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Tate? Anybody here?
Good grief. A farmer bang on time. Sorry if I made you jump. Didn't hear you come in.
Mr. Tate?
Well, who do you think it was? The removal man? Don't answer that.
Matt Skilbeck. So you're the one that's bought Home Farm?
But people want to know what your plans are.
What people?
Well, Ma, Matt, Henry, me. I've got plans for the farm. What are your plans?
I'm trying not to make any. My plans have a habit of crashing down around my ears. I've decided to just take each day as it comes.
That's no way to live. And certainly no way to run a farm.
What makes you think I want to run a farm? You're doing fine, as far as I can see. Ready-made family, feathering your nest very nicely, I'd say.
Now...
And... Sarah.
What are you doing, Jack?
What's it look like?
I went round to Demdike and Kathy said you were here. I thought we were going to the Feathers.
Yeah, but you said no, so I cancelled the table.
I didn't say no.
You must be joking, that's what you said.
Well, that's not what I meant.
You slammed the door in my face.
We were late. We had to drive on.
So that was your way of saying yes?
No, but I meant yes.
Oh, I must remember that. What do you do for no, then? Stick your tongue out and wiggle your ears?
Don't be silly, Jack. I'm not accustomed to being stood up.
Me? I didn't stand you up.
You asked me to pay for the meal.
Yeah, and that's when you drove off.
Well, wouldn't you have done?
Excuse me a minute.
I'm going home. Please stay and talk to Joe.
Cup of cocoa and a good book. Even better and cheaper.
Get lost, Jack. You're not funny.
I can be sometimes. Sarah, stop.
I'm ringing a taxi. I want to go home.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry.
A mistake? You're the most confusing, annoying, irritating... You're upsetting my life again.
I didn't mean to. I presumed too much. I was wrong to think you'd pay.
How dare you underestimate me? Of course I'd buy you a ruddy meal.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to give you a bit of space. I didn't want it
Seemed as if I thought I was God's gift and I could just step back into your life.
Oh, that's extraordinarily tactful for you, isn't it?
Hey, now listen. Just because I try and give you a bit of breathing space.
Breathing space? You think I want breathing space right now?
No, I suppose you don't.
I'm glad you're back. Now, will you ring the restaurant if I give you 10p?
They're betting on some pop star in the village.
Just me, I'm afraid. I've always admired this place as I drove past. Last time it was on the market a couple of years back, I couldn't quite scrape the cash together. This time I thought, well, you're not going to get a second chance. So, this place of yours, Emmerdale.
Oh, it's on the other side of the village. About 280 acres.
Sheep, dairy?
Both. And Joe's, well, we're building up a beef herd.
Make any money?
Oh, so. Not as much as you, I'll bet.
Do you use our trucks?
No, we do sometimes. If we're buying or selling out, make it worthwhile.
You seem to have a very compassionate nature, Mr. Skilbeck. For a farmer. Make a habit of liberating other people's livestock, do you?
Not often. But them sheep were suffering. I hope you've given that manager of yours a rollicking.
If you talk to him first, instead of driving off the sheep
I could
without...
do without the advice, Mr. Tate. You'll be blaming me next.
My manager was under pressure. I don't like people who take the law in their own hands. Right. I want to see the sheep for myself, then I'll pay you for their keep. All right?
Oh, all right. But if I were you, I'd sack that cowboy of a manager. He's nothing but a hooligan.
Oh, I doubt it. You see, he's my son, Christopher. Good night, Mr. Skilbeck.